about to get underway in the next couple of minutes with game 2 of our doubleheader for today. This is the big one, everybody. Victorian Roller Derby League. I can't hear what you're saying, but it looks like we've had a success. All right, amazing job, audience. The second request that I have is Guy. Where's Guy? Can you come over here? All right. So, before we get underway, we are going to run through a couple of little housekeeping things. Once again, there is a bake sale, there is a bar, you can get a mimosa, you can get a Bloody Mary, you can get a non-alcoholic beverage of your choice such as kombucha or a fizzy drink. You can bring a commentator at Bloody Mary if, you know, that so thrills you. You can buy merchandise, you can take a selfie in front of the very cool VRDL wall. And we are going to say a very big welcome in just one moment. Before we get started, again, this game is being held and VRDL is based on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people of the Eastern Kulin Nation. Their sovereignty has never been ceded, no treaty has been signed. We pay respect to our elders and ancestors, always was, always will be Aboriginal land. And with that, we've got a few minutes remaining until we get started, or we're about to get started now. A massive kia ora to Team New Zealand. We've got 101 Tough Bickies, 107 Mars, 111 Serious Crash Unit, 126 Smith, 13 Iona Shotgun, 14 Grim Sleeper, 175 Jaws, 187 Primeval, 22 Fox Z, 229 Diamond, 420 Furious George, number 43 Pigeon Defective, number 57 Body Snatcher, 666 Princess Slayer, number 76 Skulls and Morphine, number 8 Ivy Knive, ex-VRDL skater, 946 Velocity. And on the VRDL All-Stars, we've got 039 Jigglytuff, 05 Beckery, 08 Pulp Friction, number 10, that's Bisexual, number 119 Kathy, 20 LaRage, 21 Shreds, number 23 Gin and Jukes, 242 Snapper, number 35 Elkie, number 4000, a former Team New Zealand skater herself, Pavey, number 66 Barry, 75 Great Dane, 83 is Curly Burly, and number 9 is Lethal. Those are your teams. Remember those names. VRDL All-Stars versus Team New Zealand. And very excitingly right now, we are off. That is 4000 Pavey lining up against number 8 Ivy Knive, former teammates on the VRDL All-Stars and on Team Aotearoa. Pavey out and lead, closely followed by Ivy Knive. we've got Iona Shotgun lining up against Curly Burley. For those of you who were here for the previous game, you would have seen Iona Shotgun racking up big points. Previously, we got Curly Burley, number 8-3, and they are out and lead. Very excited to introduce you to our new commentator. His name is Guy. He doesn't know anything about roller derby, and so he's going to be my stand-in to help me explain to everybody what on earth is going on if you, like many of the people in the crowd, are not super certain. G'day, Guy.
Good day. I am most confused.
Alright, so we've got Curly Burley making their way up around that inside line, staying in against number 1. Do you have some questions about what's going on here, Guy?
I have so many questions, and I should invite the crowd, if they have any questions, to come and submit them here, and we'll ask them for everyone.
Yeah, feel free to submit questions.
My first question is, what the hell's going on?
Alright, so you would have seen Curly Burley, the jammer for Victoria, tapping their hips to call off the jam. That means they were the lead jammer. They were the first jammer to make it out the other side of the pack at the start of the jam. The ref would point somewhat accusingly, to be honest, at them and go toot 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 toot. That's lead jammer status. That means you get to call off the jam, so you control the length of the jam. You get through the pack one time, then the next time you pass, you score points.
Yeah. Can the jammers from both sides score points at once?
Yes, they can. Both jammers can score points as long as they make their initial pass. So Chin and Jukes is out on the initial pass now. And number 5-7, Body Snatcher, is attempting to make the initial pass for Team NZ. Chin and Jukes is now scoring because she's gotten all the way through the pack once. So she's picked up 4 points.
Passing all of the defenders.
Passing all of the blockers, that's right.
1 point for each blocker?
Yes, 1 point for each blocker that is passed. And now Body Snatcher is coming around looking to pick up some points of her own. And so Gin and Jukes saw Body Snatcher coming in, about to be able to score some points, and thought, no, it would not be strategic for me to allow you to score points. I shall call off the jam.
Bank them, next team.
Hit it and quit it, as the term is. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many groups would each team have for a game?
Really depends on your lineup. There are a lot of different. A ghost point for passing one person on the opposition team. So if you've got 2 blockers sitting in the penalty box and you pass one member of their team, you get 3 points.
Wow.
Yeah. So penalties are a real advantage for the team that doesn't get them, but both teams have got 2 blockers sitting in the penalty box.
Thugs.
Thugs.
Each and every one of them.
Oh, they're very considerate ones.
It's lovely.
It's all love. It's all love.
Love.
Massive hit there from Mars, knocking Pole Friction to the inside.
So what are the penalties for?
Great question. So, one of the most common that you're going to see is you see a ref holding up an X with their hands. That is a cut track penalty. That means that if you get knocked to the outside of the track, or the inside, off the track, basically, out of bounds, you need to go back and re-enter the track behind everyone that was in front of you when you were outside.
Yeah.
If you fail to do that, you'll get a cut track penalty. So you'll see a lot of people knocking somebody out and then immediately turning around and running in the opposite direction. That's to make the jammer lose space on the track and have to make that space up.
Yeah. Yeah, so they come backwards to make them go further, right?
Yes, they do. Tire them out.
And do the penalties go through jams?
They do. It's 30 seconds for a penalty. So if you don't finish your 30 seconds after the end of the jam, you stay sitting until the next one.
Right.
So we've just had a power jam, which is when one jammer is in the penalty box. There was a power jam avoided to Pavey, number 4,000 for VRDL. A dangerous position for any team to put in, because she will rack up big points if she gets the chance. And that's another 3 points getting held up for VRDL All-Stars, taking their total for the period to 38. Team New Zealand currently held scoreless, 0 points.
So strong start to VRDL.
VRDL, very strong start, yes. Now we've got Ivy Knivey, number 8, wearing the star for Team NZ. 83, Curly Burley for Victoria. I'd like to know what your impression of what is currently going on the track is. What can you pick up?
Well, it's hardest to pick anything up when everyone's like at the start. I have no idea who's doing what and why. It seems like there's a lot of defending going on or blocking.
That's right. Blockers play both defense and offense simultaneously, so they're going to switch really quickly from one to the other.
Presumably they know what each other are doing.
Oh, you'd think so, but it can be quite confusing.
But are there sort of set plays and sort of set formations?
That is a great question. You see a lot of tripods where people are holding on to each other. The triangle is the strongest shape, works nicely. Yeah. Different teams have different formations, but they are not standard across the whole sport.
Yeah, right. And would you have like different makeups in each team? Like if you've got 2 or 3 teams, they might have in each a formation each?
Absolutely correct. Yes, you would. As you can see, we've got a really strong 3-wall of VRDL blockers trying to hold back Ivy Knivey at the back there.
As Curly Burley goes through.
Curly Burley is through and lead. Ivy Knivey has 4 points though. So it looks like Ivy was not able to pick up lead jammer despite having the leading position there. Did pick up the points, 4 points, opening the scores up for Team NZ. A good bit of a timeout being called here. It looks like an official timeout.
Okay.
We've got a lot of refs on the track, as you can see. There's a lot going on.
And we've got to thank the refs. We've got Skate Spear, Denominator, Invader Sin, 5284, Roger Jamjet, and Copter.
That's right. We can't do anything without our refs. If you're interested in getting to wear stripes, skate fast, and yell at people, get onto VRDL.org and sign up. We'll teach you to skate. We will teach you the rules. We'll teach you to ref. Some people don't really want to get hit. They just want to ref. I highly recommend it. And if you don't want to skate at all, but you do want to be involved, you can be a non-skating official. Who are our non-skating officials for this game?
Well, it looks like we have Bruce, Cam, Kai, Bella, Bruce again, Al, Curls, Dee, and Quinn.
Give a round of applause for our amazing officials.
Thanks, refs. How do I get your fancy green skates, Copter?
Yeah, really good green skates, Copter. Incredible work. We've got Gin and Jukes lining up against Iona Shotgun. Number 2-3 plays number 1-3. You may remember Iona Shotgun from such moments as about 45 minutes ago demolishing VRDL defense in that entire last game that she played. Did
that 100% record continue?
I don't think it was 100%, but it was close.
Right.
For almost entirely lead jam for Iona Shotgun. Let's see what Gin and Jukes has got to say about that.
Gin's through.
Gin is lead jammer. Iona Shotgun getting chased down by Bisexual, but outruns her.
So the bench is communicating here. So they're saying like, oi.
Yeah, so the bench is communicating to the jammer when to call off the jam, what plays they want to run, what the strategy is, letting them know what's happening on the track.
So Gin got through, got some points and buggered off.
Yep, hit it, quit it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting it. I love that we're all going on this journey together.
Where do I sign?
Where do I sign? At VRDL.org.
Oh, we've got the famous Pavey jamming. Body snatcher for New Zealand. And Pavey's through. We've got a lead jammer. Coming up against a tripod. We've got 4 points for VRDL All-Stars. Up against the tripod, but through.
That is correct. Pavey's got 4 points there. Body snatcher still caught up in the back of that pack.
So how does that happen?
Well, it's good defense, Guy. It's the blockers from VRDL have successfully sat on, essentially, Body Snatcher and are just making sure that she has a really rough time. See, they've just knocked to the inside by Elke. Looks like there was an illegal block that was performed by Team New Zealand. They've got one blocker sent to the box.
And what was illegal about it? Just like grabbing or?
Yeah, so it's a multiplayer block. So you are technically allowed to hold hands with your friends on the roller derby track. However, if somebody wants to hold your hand while somebody else is trying to get through where you're holding on to each other, you have to let go. If you don't let go, that's a multiplayer block. All right, so it looks like a low-scoring jam there. Oh no, 12 for the VRDL All-Stars, none for Team NZ, 55 sitting on the score for VRDL, 5 for Team NZ. Grim Sleeper lining up in the black and white, and Shreds wearing the star for VRDL.
VRDL through. Shreds coming by. Shreds with 4 points. Well, we've got that one's called end of jam. We've got the VRDL All-Stars 60 points with Team New Zealand on 5. I'm intrigued by these names. Where do people come up with these names? Is there a generator?
Is there a generator?
Yeah, like is it a computer generated thing?
It's just a general enthusiasm for puns. There might be a computer generator of some sort, but I think it's really people make up some fun stuff, really. The curly burly, very curly hair, quite a burly skater, so you know, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Ivy Kanivi, believe that her name is Ivy, and very knife-like shoulders and hips on that skater. It is unpleasant to get hit by her, but LeRae and Barry are getting needled by Ivy Kanivi, trying to pick up that ability to score points on that initial pass.
Yeah, through they go. Curly Burley through again though, and calls it.
Just having a little bit of technical time over here. Can I confirm from the audience that you can hear the music? Okay, good. Is it a good level? Oh, thank you. Very responsive crowd. Love this. Love your work.
You mean they're listening?
I think they might
It's
be.
terrifying.
They might be listening.
So we've got Jin in a rematch with Iona Shotgun.
Yes,
Do they ever like
absolutely.
swap over matchups?
They do. So also, interesting strategy fact is a lot of teams will try and match their jammers to neutralize the opposition. So Jin, really good in a fast pack. Iona Shotgun, really good in a fast pack. So I suspect that VRDL might have said, okay, Iona Shotgun, great in a fast pack, so's Jin, we can neutralize her here. And I would like to point out that William Shakespeare has hit the deck as a ref and therefore owes all of the other refs beers. That is not in the rule book, but it is very much a rule. All right, who do we have here? That is number 5-7, Body Snatcher, up against Pavey.
I heard Pavey was short for something.
Pavey Wavy, or previously known as Anna Paviova.
Wow.
If you can't tell from how dainty and graceful she is on the lines, she is an ex-ballerina. And she's also terrifying. She will, in fact, pave you over. And it looks like we've had a star pass for Team New Zealand. The pivot, that's the stripy head-wearing person, taking the star, taken off the head of the previous jammer, and replaced on top of that stripy pivot helmet cover. Jammer said, nah, can't do it, you do it.
And would that be a pre-planned move?
Potentially. Sometimes it's just, oh, you're just gassed.
Yeah, right.
Honestly. And who can blame them? 4 more points. What year is it? For Pavey.
Barry in the sin bin.
Barry is having a think about what she's done. Yes, that is right. Maybe she'll learn a lesson, maybe she won't. We're going to find out.
But they've been
Velocity.
met by a New Zealand sin bin.
That is Velocity, also sitting in the sin bin, chatting about their criminal activities together.
So what happens when people are in the sin bin? What changes in the game?
Basically, when there's less people to get past on the track, it's often easier to get past.
And would that be like a fast pack? Is that?
Potentially. You can speed the pack up more easily if you've got more people on the track than the opposition, or you can slow it down more if you can hold on to an opposition skater. Sometimes you'll see blockers blocking an opposition blocker instead of jammer, especially on a power jam situation, so that the pack can't stretch out any further, and that is called getting a goat.
Okay.
And you don't want to be a goat.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So that is Grim Sleeper, number 1-4, up against, looks like Pulp Friction for VRDL. Friction bending around, trying to stay in bounds, and is successful for lead jammer as Great Dane heads to that penalty box. Biceptual just making Grim Sleeper's life quite difficult. On the inside line, on the outside line, back to the inside line. Unbelievable track coverage from Biceptual. I still have nightmares about jamming against her, and it's been about 4 years. That's lethal and Biceptual in that 2-wall up the front. Grim Sleeper probably feeling a little bit grim at this point as Friction races around, stays inside.
Oh, well played.
It is lovely on one foot. Incredible ankle strength.
So what sort of background do most of these skaters have? Particularly the jammers have seemingly incredible skating skills.
Yes, at this level, everybody's got incredible skating skills. A lot of these skaters have been playing for 10 plus years that you see on the track before you. Some of them come from other sports as well. There's a lot of people that, you see a lot of people that are those tiny little zippy jammers that are ex-gymnasts or dancers. But also, you see a lot of people that have played footy, basketball, netball, but also a lot of people that have never really played sport before roller derby, because roller derby is full of weirdos, and that's what we love about it.
I was looking at some YouTube videos and it seemed like there were ex-ice skaters from other countries as well.
There definitely are. Overseas, in places where they play ice sports, there's a lot of ex-ice skaters. One of the VRDL coaches, Sarge, is an ex-international ice hockey player as well, so many skills. Oh, Ivy with that beautiful little twirling skip and a jump. Picks up another 4 points for Team New Zealand. Do we have Ivy Knivi fans in the house here? Who's a fan of Ivy? A lot of love from both sides of the ditch. And what about Gin and Jukes fans? Does anybody have is anybody a big fan of Iona Shotgun? I am now a huge fan of Iona Shotgun.
Yeah.
Did not know her before. Very, very impressed. And toes up around the inside, almost taken off track by Great Dane there and caught up again behind by Septual.
Why did Lethal just come back in?
She was in the penalty box.
So came through, had to go around that way?
Yes. Yeah. Got to make your way onto the track legally from the penalty box.
Gin and Juice is round.
That's right.
And how can you tell if they're lead skater or if they're just both on the same lap?
If they are the lead jammer, the ref will be pointing at them. As you can see, Copter right now, with his arm out, pointing at Gin and Jukes. That's how you know who the lead jammer is. Getting run back there by Skulls and Morphine.
And then the sweepy arms, that's the
sweepy arms. Oh, so the sweepy arms out in front, that is out on the initial pass. So you can start scoring, but you're not the lead jammer.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting little arm movements going on in roller derby. And with a star stash, that's Iona Shotgun coming out of that pack, picking up speed. Jin's going to call that off for another 4 points in the bank for the VRDL All-Stars.
Also, can I just say, I've been hearing a lot of wonderful things about referee 5284's visor and helmet combination.
Yeah.
This is quite something.
Oh yeah, it's terrifying, it's impressive. I'm obsessed with it. You probably should be too.
Yeah, is this state issued or how does it work?
It is not state issued,
Okay.
no. Not a cop. No.
Is there a roller derby state?
No. No borders, no nations. Except when it's fun. Like when we play against each other.
A state of joy.
Internet. A state of joy, a state of delight, a state of Team New Zealand has picked up lead jammer.
So lead jammer, Pavey's coming through as well.
Pavey is coming through as well. Pavey can score, but is not lead, so she can't call off the jam.
Right.
That duty rests solely with number 57 Body Snatcher, the Team NZ jammer. So Pavey can pick up points and make as many passes until Body Snatcher calls off the jam.
And struggling to get by, said, I'm not going to get any more points. Let's call this jam.
Precisely. So 4 more points there for VRDL, 3 picked up by Team NZ. 15 points your total for the skaters from Aotearoa. 94 for the VRDL All-Stars, and 5 minutes and a half left in this first period. We've still got Bloody Marys, we've still got mimosas, we've still got kombucha, we've still got refreshments of a variety of kinds.
Those mimosas are very good.
They are very good.
And I also like the look of the zucchini slice. There's some zucchini slice.
All right.
There's lots of sweets, but the savoury.
Well, I know where I'll be heading at half-time, and it is to the bake sale and the bar. Hope to see everybody there. Looks like we've got lead jammer picked up by Shreds there. Shreds, a recent transfer from Sydney Roller Derby League.
Oh.
Widely beloved by VRDL. They've been begging her to move down for many years, and she finally gave in. What lovely move would that be? Please describe it.
Well, ducking from the outside to the inside. I don't know whether the blockers did that like deliberately. I mean, they went around them. It was amazing.
Yeah, it is a lot of sideways movement. You're going to have strong ankles as demonstrated by Shreds just now. Grim Sleeper getting wrapped up between the Rage and Bisexual. Manages to stay in though, only to be met with the butt of Lethal. Velocity, incredible offensive work. Yeah, so you can't hit people backwards. You can hit forwards or to the side, but you cannot hit deliberately backwards. It's quite dangerous.
Right, okay.
Oh my goodness, great defensive work there from, I believe that is Skulls and Morphine, is it? No, yes, 76. Forcing Shreds to recycle all the way back. Shreds is going to call that off. 3 points apiece in that jam.
Bake sale, can you please confirm whether that is that smell?
Something smells really good. Is it the bake sale? It is the bake sale. Excellent. You heard it here first.
I hear you can get 4 like sausage rolls for $5. Go nuts. Curly Burly through. We have a lead jam up. Ivy and Ivy also through. And we've got a defender from each team out. Curly Burly calls it.
4 more points for VRDL. 18 for Team NZ. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock in this period. Just a reminder again, almost all of the TNZ players played a full and very punishing game, to be perfectly honest, against VRDL Thunder like less than an hour ago. A lot of these VRDL skaters have some very fresh legs. I guess that's the home team advantage. You've got a very deep bench that you can choose from.
If anyone from the crowd wants to join Team New Zealand, why not?
I mean, it's pretty hard to get in, to be honest. Although they put this team together only in February. They've trained together very few times. I think they are doing an incredible job. And big shout out to their sponsors who gifted them their uniforms. That is Seaside Skates and Carpa Noir, based in Levin and Wellington, respectively. It's always nice when when benevolent entities want to sponsor roller derby teams. Oh, we've got an official review.
Ooh, what are they reviewing?
Well, I'm going to go into the middle and no, it's a timeout. Oh, okay. It's not an official review. I was getting all excited. Oh, it is.
Or is it like the law review where they put on a show and they do skits?
No, it's not like no.
Okay.
It's an official review is when you say, hey, I think the ref messed it up and here's why. And then the refs have to have a conference and they decide if you were right or not.
Okay.
But it's actually quite smart to use your official review as a timeout towards the end of a period, because then you go into the next period with all 3 of your scheduled timeouts.
Right.
And that's lead jammer for Iona Shotgun.
And just the review refresh for the next period?
You get 1 per period. If you win it, you get it back.
I should hope so.
You can have 2. Right now though, what Team NZ is looking for is at least 2 points. That's Iona Shotgun getting knocked to the inside by Lethal, picks up some points. 2 points for Iona Shotgun and Team NZ on the board, holding Pavey scoreless, which is, by the way, something that almost never happens anywhere in the world ever. Unbelievable work, and Team NZ starting this jam on an incredibly strong position. There's only 2 VRDL blockers on the track, 2 of them in the penalty box. Gin and Jukes up against Body Snatcher. I said there's only 2 VRDL blockers on the track, but they are LaRage and Barry. So that is hard to beat, but Body Snatcher is out and putting on the jets to try and catch Gin and Jukes, who's getting caught by that 4-wall of Team NZ defense.
So at what point can someone call it? If Gin and Juice was ahead then but hadn't passed any defenders, could they call
That's right. If they've got the ref pointing at them, they are the lead jammer.
Only.
So sometimes you'll get out and you get out of the front and you'll pass all of the opposition blockers, get pointed at, get toot toot, and then the blockers get back around you and the other jammer is out and scoring while you're still trapped, but you are the lead jammer. It's very technical. Gina Duke's a very technical skater. 4 points in the air. 3 is the answer to that from Team New Zealand.
Battle of the number 8s. We've got Pulp Friction and we've got Ivy and Ivy.
Battle of the number 8s. Ivy Kanivi at the back behind a formidable VRDL 3 wall, but Velocity with that offensive opening. Friction is not lead. That's a no pass, no lead. So she passed one of the Team NZ skaters while they were out of bounds. And that means that she didn't pass the ball while they were upright and inbounds. She's not the lead jammer. There is currently no lead jammer. If Ivy Kanivi gets out of the pack, she will be awarded lead.
Right. Is there any advantage to coming with that great run-up around the track, though?
Is there an advantage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speed. Speed can be your friend. It depends on your preference as a skater. I think it's one of the things that I love most about roller derby is that no matter your body type, no matter your size or shape, there's a way that you can use that to your advantage on the track.
Yeah.
So Ivy Kanobi is in fact lead jammer for Team NZ. Pulp Friction is scoring in the pack. We've got one blocker per team sitting in that penalty box. And we've got a penalty being called against Snapper, so 2 blockers down for VRDL. Dane and Bisexual are your blockers of record. Ivy Kanivi is going to call off that jam before Friction is able to get back into the pack. Friction did score 1 more point, but Ivy scored 3. Oh, and it's half time. They really snuck up on us. Half time is what is going on right now. Get yourself a refreshment, find some merchandise, find a friend, come and ask me or Guy what on earth is going on, and we will do our best to answer that. Guy will just tell me what the question is and I'll answer it.
Yes.
Submit your questions.
Join the conversation on Twitter.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a Twitter?
Technically, yes.
Don't do
Post
that.
on Instagram, actually, at Victorian Roller Derby League. Is always good. We love to see it. Great work, everybody. We will see you in just over 10 minutes. I'm so sorry, everybody. I've made a huge mistake. I said I would be back at the end of the intermission, but I'm back now because we've got a raffle to draw. Who knew? We've got a raffle. What are we raffling off, Fruzy?
We are raffling a chess set, shot glass thing.
A set of shot glasses in the form of a chess set. An enjoyable thinking, drinking game. What else have we got?
We've got a pack of winter warmers with some flannel, dark PJ pants, a mug, and a fondue set.
Fondue set? Incredible. Okay. All right. So, if you bought a raffle ticket, listen up, because we have raffle prizes. Who's the winner of the first? Who's the winner of the first one? Let's find out. Cinderella, purple F42. You are the winner of a shot glass chess set. Cinderella, number 42, purple F42, Cinderella. Come over to the commentary desk and collect your wonderful chess sets. Drinking game? Sure. And the winter warmers winner? That is Ingrid, blue B006. If your name is Ingrid and you would like to be warm, we have a winter warmers set for you with flannel PJs, coffee mug, and a fondue set for all of your après-ski needs. Feel free to head over to the commentary desk. I'll call it out another couple of times and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Can you please play Loreen? Tattoo specifically, if you can. That would be really great. Thanks very much. I love you. The new Eurovision song.
Wait, how do I spell the...
Tattoo is in like a tattoo.
Yeah, swapping benches.
It should
Swapping benches.
Yep.
Also adding all the things you said.
Quick question, did something weird just happen with the music? It did? It went weird? Ah. It went really quiet? I'm trying to turn it up. Is that better? Alright, yeah, sick. Alright. We are getting back into it. Can you hear me, audience? Sorry that I keep asking this, I just can't hear myself. Great. Is the music too loud or is it good, refs? It's all good? Do you up? You want to up? A classic roller derby anthem. We are just about ready to get started on our second half of this game. Gin and Jukes taking on Ivy Knivy, standing on the jam line. We've got two VRDL blockers in the penalty box, starting at a pack disadvantage is VRDL. Let's see what Ivy Knivy can do with this. Excellent offense being played by VRDL, offense and defense at the same time. The Rage looking for the cut track is not going to get it. Ivy Knivy is going to pick up lead jammer status. Gin and Jukes hot on Ivy's heels though. Looking for that lead, picking up those points, trying to get through all of those hips at once. Gin and Jukes knocked to the outside by Diamond, and Snapper's there with the follow-up to make sure the velocity does not run her back. We got 4 points on the board there per jammer to open this game. Ivy Knivy racing around. We've got the Rage taking a seat in the penalty box as Ivy jumps around Lethal's hips for another 4 points. Holding Gin scoreless on that jam, 8 points to Team NZ, 34 the total, opening this period, 130 for the VRDL Lightning. And that's Pavey wearing the start for VRDL up against Iona Shotgun. I think Iona Shotgun is fast becoming one of my new favorite roller derby names. It's just a passive threat, you know, like, hey, I do own a shotgun. Yeah.
Defensive name.
Just letting you know, just putting it out there. Pavey though, lead jammer for VRDL, Iona Shotgun getting recycled by that deadly two-wall, lethal two-wall, one might even say, of Lethal and LaRage. Lethal's going to pick up a low block penalty though for the trouble. And Pavey's getting taken to the outside and calling off the jam. Pavey looked like she might have been knocked a little bit high there, and I believe a Kiwi blocker has taken a seat in the penalty box for that. 4 more points for VRDL. And Body Snatcher and Curly having a little shimmy, having a little shake together on the line.
I love a bit of competitive shimmy.
Yeah,
Are
good-natured.
there bonus points for a good shimmy?
There are not, but I do strongly believe that there should be.
What about for best name?
Ooh, best name. I mean, best name is kind of just a constant roller derby competition, to be perfectly honest. Body snatcher, snatching those bodies up at the front, or certainly attempting to. Tough break there, getting held behind that 2 wall. It's number 85 or 35. Elkie.
Curly through.
Curly,
And they've
often
got,
lead.
the ref has got 1 finger up, so that's 1 point.
No, it's not. That's
No?
lead jammer. That's lead jammer.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
someone came up and asked about fingers and points and hands in the break.
Yes. Curly, that's 4 points though.
That's 4 points. Okay.
Got some Curly Belly fans in the house clapping as they go past. It looks like Body Snatcher having some trouble up against that defense in Victoria in the back. Going to be held scoreless by VRDL. Curly picking up another 4 points.
I was doing some research during the halftime break, and that really good smell was toasties.
It's Toasties. Where do the Toasties
You
come
can get
from?
a toasty at that table.
You can get a Toasty as well. Oh my goodness. I feel like they're keeping this from us.
$6
$6 Australian dollars. Probably about like, I don't know, $7.20 New Zealand dollars. I don't think they're taking New Zealand money, but you could try. And you can get yourself a delicious smelling toasty.
Surely if you come from New Zealand, you get a free toasty.
Oh, maybe. You have to ask them about that. And that is lead jammer picked up by number 1 for Grim Sleeper from New Zealand. And we've got Shreds fighting against that last defense.
Why did number 21 have to be led by them?
So they got more than 20 feet from the pack. And as you'll see, the Kiwi blocker, Sirius Crashian, is taking a seat in the penalty box for blocking out of play. So more than 20 feet from the pack, you are out of play. You're not allowed to hit each other anymore, and you've got to return to the pack. Grim Sleeper almost managing to stay in. If you put one hand down, but no other part of your body touches the outside of the track, you're still in. See some pretty incredible planking efforts from some of these skaters. All right, that is Shreds getting knocked around by that revolving 2 wall of Kiwi blockers. Now down to 1. As you'll see, they bridge themselves out so that it is within 20 feet of the front of the pack. So you can stretch that pack out as far as you can, but eventually you do have to let that jammer go, and that is why recycling is so important. It's also just environmentally important. But recycling in this context is when you either pull somebody out of, knock someone off the track and then you run them back, or you can recycle up and get more of your blockers. Even though they've been passed, they can still do some defending if they're in play on the track.
Amazing.
So we've got a quick
I'm gonna
little,
do that one again.
got a quick little official timeout going on here, it looks like. Looks like we've got this jammer matchup once again, Ivy Knivi versus Gin and Jukes. All right, what do we, well, now that we know that there's Toasties, there's a bake sale, there's Bloody Marys, there's mimosas, there's kombucha, there's so many refreshments. We've got 24 minutes and 5 seconds on the period clock. We've got an official timeout going on right now. No longer, we're about to get started again. And we've got a depleted pack for Team NZ. 2 blockers sitting in the penalty box. Ivy Knivi's got their work cut out. Gin and
Ivy
Jukes.
Knivi's changed position because before it was the battle of the 8s, and now we've got Gin and Juice.
Indeed, indeed.
So would that be just tactical or?
Tactical, someone's tired, maybe you've got a set rotation. A lot of different, you'll have to ask the coaches. And they might not want to give away their secrets, honestly. Ivy Knivi, though, gunning it around the track after that initial pass. Gin and Jukes knows that Ivy is coming for her. calls off the jam before Ivy's able to sneak in any more of those points. That's 4 more points added to the score total for VRDL All-Stars. VRDL All-Stars train just around the corner from here in Preston. And they train together several times a week, every week, and have been playing together for many, many years. Team NZ all play for various different leagues all around the country of Aotearoa, and they have had only a couple of trainings together as a team. They beat VRDL Thunder previously. They're playing their second game back-to-back, and they're doing an incredible job.
So which nights do VRDL train if someone wants to go along and have a look?
I would love to be able to tell you that, but I am retired and I don't know. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, but find a VRDL volunteer if you're interested in joining roller derby. Oh, Tam. T-Slam coming over with the goods. Tam's going to tell us about how you can join VRDL.
If you haven't yet skated, you can come to a Learn to Skate class on a Monday night at 6:30, or a juniors Learn to Skate class is on a Tuesday night from 5:30 till 6:30. We'd love to see you there. And then just keep training and we'll tell you the new nights as you move up the levels.
Very good. Thank you, Tam. Very knowledgeably. Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, VRDL training. If you have free time on any of those nights and you are interested in getting involved, head to vrdl.org and sign up for Learn to Skate or Return to Skate if you're a previous skater. Number 5'7", once again, Body Snatcher has been jamming like an absolute demon all day.
Up against Pulp Friction.
All right, and Pulp Friction ducking around, knocking down skaters nearly twice her size, trying to bust through that 2-wall at the front of the pack there. Skulls and Morphine, incredible blocking, putting on an absolute clinic today and blocking. Velocity bridging the pack and once again getting to that 20 feet mark and having to let Pulp Friction go. Friction's your lead jammer. After a full minute of play in this jam so far, we've got Body Snatcher wearing the start for Team NZ. Friction somehow staying in. Skulls and Morphine managed to knock her out. Oh, serious crash unit, putting some serious crashes in the book there on Pulp Friction. And Kitty again saying, no, you've tried coming down the inside line. I simply will not allow it. That's Jigglytuff getting knocked aside by Body Snatcher, determined to get out of that pack. Three more points for VRDL there. Team NZ held scoreless. All right, that's Grim Sleeper up against Curly Burley. All 4 blockers on track for both teams. Curly Burley looking to make their way right through the middle and does so. And that's Grim Sleeper using the distraction technique of a star stash, taking the star off their head but not passing it. It's not going to get them any points though. Curly Burley's hit it, quit it once again for VRDL. 165 points is your total.
Ivy and Gin and Juice. Gin Through.
Jin and Jukes make it away through for a scoring pass. Ivy Kenobi.
nice.
What a tangle there on that outside corner. Got a few appreciative audience members enjoying that.
Is that what you were talking about when you said technical skating?
Oh yeah, big time. Ivy Kenobi has had a seat in that penalty box, and you can see number 229, that's Diamond for Team New Zealand, getting held back. That's a goat. Diamond has unfortunately been goated.
I forget what goating is.
It's when you hold back an opposition blocker so that you control the pack speed. 3 more points picked up by Jin and Jukes. The sad giraffe held in the air by Copter. That's none points for Team NZ. Ivy Kenobi remains in the penalty box, so we're going to have a power jam start for Pavey Wavy. A dangerous position.
So with the goating, if you hold a blocker and the other blockers get 20 feet away, is that...
Then you've made them go out of play.
Yeah, right.
So that's the
So
strategy.
then they'd all be out of play.
Yeah, so they have to let go of your jammer
Come
and
through.
return to the pack. I love how much you're learning, Guy. This is fantastic. I'm glad to go on this journey with you. Going on a journey around the track is Pavey Wavy. Picking up some points. Got one VRDL blocker in the penalty box. That's LaRage. Pavey trying to follow Ivy through the pack, but that Kiwi defense is having none of it. Again, Pavey has actually skated with a few of these Team NZ skaters before. She was a star jammer for Team Aotearoa at the most recent World Cup a few years ago. She hails from New Zealand, but lives and skates in Melbourne. And that's another cut track penalty being awarded to Ivy, so it's a double power jam for Pavey. It's number 22, Foxy, given Pavey a bit of what for up the front. Pavey's going to call it off. Ice Ivy in the penalty box. Looks like we've got Shreds, again, doing double duty today, playing for VRDL Thunder in the previous game and now stepping up to play for the Lightning.
So you were talking about World Cups.
Yeah.
Did you play in World Cups? What?
I
Talk
did
about
not.
your career, and also what are the pathways for roller derby in general? Where can you play?
Oh, that's such a good question. Okay, so the World Cups happen every few years. COVID's interrupted it, but that's a national representative team. So team skaters from all different teams across their country try out for their national team. Team Australia, number 2 to the USA. Very, very tough game in the most recent World Cup. But then VRDL, it's the club-based championships is the big one. It's the WFTDA, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association Championships. And VRDL, former winners, the first non-US team to win the Hydra, the Grand Championship of roller derby.
Wow.
And the first and only non-US team. Team New Zealand, interesting and fun fact, Aotearoa actually has the highest participation rate of roller derby in the entire world. More roller derby skaters per capita in New Zealand than anywhere else. Australia is second in that statistic. Punching well above our weight
Pretty
worldwide.
impressive, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ivy Kenobi sneaking around the outside, out and clear on that initial pass, but not lead. That title belongs to
Shreds has already
Shreds.
scored
Yes, Shreds is getting caught in the back,
and calls it.
calling it off, seeing Ivy coming and knowing just how dangerous Ivy Kenobi is on a scoring pass with a little bit of speed built up as well. We have got 14 minutes left in this game. We've got 183 points on the board for VRDL Lightning All-Stars and 38 for Team New Zealand. We've got an official timeout, and what better way to to acknowledge the official timeout by acknowledging our wonderful officials. We cannot do it without them. There's a lot of them. It's a weird sport, and we need a lot of refs, and they need to be quite good at roller skating. So big round of applause for our refs, Skatespear, Denominator, Invadersin, 5284, Roger Jamjet, and Copter. As well as our wonderful non-skating officials, you can see Cam being the jam timer, more like glam timer, am I right?
Very nice.
We've got Cam, we've got Bruce, we've got Kai, Bella, Al, Curls, Dee and Quinn, our non-skating officials. If you are interested in learning to officiate, if you're like, oh, maybe the hitting is not for me, but I want to be involved in this somehow, what can you do, Guy?
I imagine you can look up VRDL.org and follow all of the links that you need.
That's right.
You can learn to skate. Well, they'll teach you to skate. They'll teach you how to play derby, and they've got a juniors program.
Exactly. If you have children, put them on wheels. What could go wrong? They'll be better at roller derby than you.
Pitch your
such
children against each other.
Yes, it's so nice. It's very wholesome. Very wholesome on the track as well. Curly Burly, Iron a shotgun getting roughed off in the back there by Snapper and Biceptual, allowing Curly to get lead jammer. Curly getting that very clear direction from the VRDL bench. They were calling points, and call. You cannot have eyes in the back of your head, apparently. I've
That
tried,
attitude.
they won't let me. So you gotta rely on the communication from your benchies and your teammates. It's a very connected, team-focused
It's all
sport.
about communication.
It really is all about communication. Jenna Dukes had a little chit-chat to Body Snatcher on the line. Body Snatcher dipping a friendly little shoulder into Jin to start off the jam, trying maybe to slow her down a little bit. Body Snatcher juking around on the middle of that track, going inside, going outside, getting stuck in what we like to call the sad place. That's the back of a tripod between two very solid butts.
And what can you do once you're there?
You just gotta push or wait for your team to get out, to get you out.
Right.
Jin and Jukes out and lead. Body Snatcher still in the sad place. Oh, making their way out, giving it a go. And that is a grinding defensive formation from VRDL. Jukes somehow managing to stay in bounds after a big hit from Diamond. And we've got Body Snatcher is out and clear. Velocity taking Jukes to the outside and recycling. 3 points on the board there for VRDL, holding Body Snatcher and Team NZ scoreless, sitting on a very tidy 40 points. Roller derby score margins as well, guys. Like, let's talk about roller derby score margins. You might think if you come from other sports that this is like a massive score margin.
Yep.
You'd be wrong.
I'm wrong.
You are wrong. VRDL All-Stars actually responsible for the largest ever recorded score margin in any game of roller derby ever played.
Wow.
It was 956 to 2. So this ain't nothing.
At what point does the mercy rule come into play?
It doesn't.
That's roller derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has a fun time afterwards and during the game, but you just got to score those points.
Yeah, what happens after the game? Is there a prize giving? Is there
After the game,
an after party?
we will the teams will take some photos.
Yep.
Everyone gets the opportunity to slap the hands of their favourite skaters
I really
around
like
the
that.
outside.
That
It's
was
really
quite nice
good.
after
It's
the first
very
game.
good. I believe there is hand sanitizer at the exit as well in these post-COVID times. And we've got a timeout being signalled. That's an official timeout. We're very low on timeouts and official reviews in this game. Obviously, the teams are agreeing with the calls made by the refs. And why wouldn't they? The refs are amazing. We've got that. I don't know if there is an after party. Do you know who will know if there is an after party? It's Jin. All right, there's no official after party, but I'm going to Shot Kickers on High Street if anyone wants to come.
Joint jacket shot kickers.
Yeah.
It's for VRDL.
All right, Friction versus Ivy Conivy, Battle of the Eights. Ivy trying to push through behind Friction. Oh, down around that inside, managing to stay in bounds. Caught off massive hits there. I believe that was from Skulls and Morphine or potentially from Velocity. Ivy is lead jammer, about half a track in front of Friction. Heading in on turn 3, staying in around barriers, but managing to pick up. Oh, what an apex jump by Friction. Not early enough to score points, but damn, didn't it look cool?
Surely there's style points.
Well, there's style points in all of our hearts. Yes. Personally, I love a showboat. I don't think there's been enough
Were you a
showboating.
showboat?
Yeah.
What position
Have
did you
you
play?
met me? I was a jammer.
Uh-huh.
I was a blocker and then I was a jammer. VRDL made me jam. And then I broke my body.
And what's the one with the stripe?
That's a pivot.
Okay.
So the pivot can take the star from the jammer if the jammer is really gassed or can't get through for any reason. Pivots are
An
amazing.
all-rounder.
A real all-rounder. Yep. But we've got, again, thank you officials, thank you everybody. We still have Toasties, bake sale, merchandise, and I believe a bar that is available for your refreshments, if you would like.
And you've got 9 minutes to support VRDL and Team New Zealand and thank them for the trip.
You do. A team NZ selling merchandise at all? Team NZ? Team NZ, are you guys selling merch? They are deep in conversation. I'm going to find out.
At least you can get VRDL merch. There's a lot of t-shirts over there, a bunch of stickers, a couple of badges you can sew onto your denim jackets. Seems like the review is complete though, and we've got Curly Belly and I own a shotgun.
Do you own a shotgun, guy?
No, it's not allowed here. I don't know how to do things.
That's true, that's true. I would not trust you with a shotgun. I own a shotgun though, coming around the outside though, looking for that lead jammer status. Curly Burly knocking down those Kiwi blockers. Coming from behind to take lead. As Iron Shotgun is caught up in that defensive formation.
So we've got two strong tripods here. This is like a real closed jam.
Yes, yes it is. It's a really tough defensive formation from both teams here. It's a struggle. Curly Burly, 4 points, navigates it very impressively. And that is Iron Shotgun racing in to try and pick up points. Unsuccessful. Curly's going to call that off with 3 points on the board for VRDL. Cracking the century mark in the last couple of jams. That's 211 points for the VRDL All-Stars, 46 for Team NZ. All right.
One thing I've noticed about roller derby is that there's no betting advertising.
Isn't that nice?
It's really nice.
I really like it. I love a community grassroots sporting vibe with no predatory industries focused on it. It's so good.
What are the odds?
New-
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Guy, you're a roller derby natural. Terrible puns are really what we do. That's Gin and Jukes jamming up against Grim Sleeper. Gin and Jukes meeting some tough opposition at the front of that pack. They are not keen on letting her go. They are going to have to. It's a no pack. Gin is lead, and we've got 2 blockers getting sent to the penalty box for their troubles. Grim Sleeper still.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh yes, she did. Gin and Jukes with a beautiful textbook even, I would say, apex jump there. I love the existence of an apex jump. It's like, no, you can't go out of bounds, but what if you just jumped over? If you were wearing wheels on your feet, and what if you just like leapt? Leaping tall blockers in a single bound. 4 more points for VRDL.
Gin and or Jukes.
Gin and or Jukes. You can have one, you can have both. Your choice. Furious George, number 420, on the jam line up against Shreds.
Furious George crushed it last game.
Furious George absolutely did crush it last game. Incredible stamina on some of these Kiwi skaters. Shreds also crushed it last game as well, actually, skating for VRDL Thunder. These blockers at the front really not keen on giving Furious George any space. Jin's going to recycle back behind Foxy. Furious George.
The kick step.
Yeah, a little extra speed.
Okay.
Oh, incredible apex jump. Oh, once again, just not quite quick enough to avoid that call off.
All right, so the call was just before the jump.
They called just before the jump, yes. Just so you know, Furious George, that looks amazing. And I'm a big fan. So we've got a timeout of some sort here. What do we got? What do we got going on? Okay, we've got a little bit of a ref conference, sending extra VRDL blockers to the penalty box.
Time to reflect.
Time to reflect. Is the music playing? Did it weirdly stop again? Oh, it's just the intro. It's just the intro. Don't worry, don't even worry about it.
Oh, good choice.
I feel like I should have saved this for the last jam, but it's too late for that now. Not far off the last jam though, we've got Pavey against Ivy. Pavey, oh, looks like it might have been lead, but not. Ivy Knivey picking up a lead jammer. Team NZ could not be happier about it. We've got 3 VRDL skaters sitting in that penalty box. Ivy Knivey going to try and make short work of that, and does. 4 points in the air. Still a power jam. Pavey sitting in that box. Oh,
Left
Ivy.
in it. So 30-second penalties, yeah?
30-second penalties, that's right. Hot damn, Ivy Knivey. Big old jam coming up here. Those VRDL blockers are returning to the track, getting in formation. Can Ivy beat all 4? Incredible offense coming in there by Diamond for Ivy. But VRDL's managed to lock that speed down again.
Whoa. So is that 5 defenders? Or 4?
It's 4. Jammers sometimes jump in and play a little bit of extra defense.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just looks like there's more people because they're moving constantly. Pavey out on a star stash. Ivy still making it through that pack on their second, third scoring pass for Team NZ. Picks up another 3 points and holds VRDL scoreless.
And the flourish at the finish. So does Pavey need to make up 2 laps because Ivy scored 8 points, or is it just you're out and you're out?
Well, it depends on whether you completed your initial pass before getting the penalty. So Pavey did not complete the initial pass before getting penalised, so when she came out of the box, she still needed to make it all the way through the pack to even begin scoring.
Right.
Iona Shotgun up against Curly Burley. Iona Shotgun getting the door shut on her by Biceptual as Curly Burley takes lead. Curly Burley muscling through that NZ defense. 4 points on the board, 227 your total for VRDL, 57 for Team NZ. And that's Body Snatcher mixing it up in the pack, getting taken to the ground potentially. No, it's not Body Snatcher, it's Iona Shotgun. I should be shot for mixing that up. Curly Burley picks up another 4 points. All right. Oh, and we've got a star pass, successful star pass. Oh. Curly Burley's going to deny us the opportunity to see Skulls and Morphine jam, tragically. VRDL too good on that strategy. I love it when you get to see a pivot jam. It's so fun. It's very exciting to me, you know? But alas.
Alas. Speaking of exciting, we're, I think, down to our last jam.
Ooh, very possibly so. Last drinks.
So last drinks, get your last drinks in the bar. We got Bloody Marys, we got mimosas. And thanks everyone for coming out. What an amazing job you've all done. Look at all those signs out there, by the way. These Hells Yeah signs, the Go Team New Zealand with the laser shooting
LED lights, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Incredible effort.
Well
all
done,
of
Team
you.
New Zealand fans.
Absolutely. This may be the last jam, it may not be. We've got about the same amount of time on the period clock as the jam clock. Depends on whether or not Jen and Jukes, your lead jammer, decides to call it off. Ivy Knivi is in the back of the pack there, getting taken to the edges and locked down by Barry and Rage and Jigglytuff. 4 more points for Jen and Jukes. And that looks like a cut track has been awarded, but to whom? It seems that it was Ivy Knivi. Jin's going to call that jam off. 3 more points on the board, taking that total to 11. 42 seconds on the period clock, so that means the next jam is going to start before the period clock finishes. The game will end when the next jam ends.
Sit up and hold your space because
So what, 30 seconds between jams?
30 seconds between jams, that is correct. Shreds on the line, Ivy Knivi in the penalty box. Last jam, get excited. And that looks like Shreds is busted on home. Lead jammer. This is going to be our last jam. We've got all 4 blockers on the track for both teams. Let's see, are they going to let it go nice and long? We're going to find out. And we've got Ivy Knivi back on the track there, mixing it up into that VRDL defense, getting some great offense there. That's Foxy on the offense for Team NZ. Ivy through on the initial. Got another minute on the jam clock. Is VRDL going to play strategy? Or are they going to let us watch Ivy Knivi jam for longer? They're going to play strategy. And that is the game, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Total scores at the very end of this. We've got refs still holding some fingers up. We're going to hear a rolling whistle and that will be our official score. And that is... We still don't know the official score. Get ready to see everybody skate past for you. Can we get a massive round of applause for Team New Zealand coming all the way out of the ditch? So your final score, 253 VRDL, 57 for Team New Zealand. Kapai Aotearoa. Amazing effort, 2 games back to back. Who's on Team New Zealand, Guy? Can you read this out for me?
Team New Zealand, we have 101 Tough Pickies, 107 Mars, Serious Crash Unit 111, Smith 126, Iona Shotgun 13, Grim Sleeper 14, Jaws 175, Prime Evil 187, Fox Z or Z 22, Diamonds 229, Furious George 420, 420, Pigeon Defective 43, Body Snatcher 57, Princess Slayer 666, Skulls and Morphine 76, Ivy Ivy 8, and Velo Skitty 946.
Alright, that is Team Aotearoa, Team New Zealand, and your winners today. We've got the VRDL Lightning, the All-Stars. We've got Jigglytuff, Beckery, Pulp Friction, Bisexual, Kathy, La Rage, Shreds, Gin and Jukes, Snapper, Elkie, Pavey Wavy, Barry, Great Dane, Curly Burly, and Lethal. Benched by Danny Darko and Slamazon. Thank you everybody for coming out. We hope to see you once again at many, many more roller derby games in the future. A massive thank you to our refs and non-skating officials. That's Skatespear, Denominator, Invader Sin, 5284, Roger Jamjet, and Copter on skates, and NSOs. We've had Bruce, Cam, Kai, Bella, Al, Curls, D, and Quinn. Once again, if you would like to join VRDL or find out more information, head to vrdl.org or at the Victorian Roller Derby League on Instagram, on the Instantgram. Incredible work by all of our skaters and officials. Thank you so much to everybody else who's volunteered today. A big and special thank you to my co-commentator Guy, who I roped in literally while the game was occurring.
And well done, Jack.
And if we can get all skaters to have a photo in front of the scoreboard, and a reminder to all VRDL volunteers, please do not start ripping up the track. Don't rip the track up, please. Cam will be very sad. Thank you, everybody.
Why?
It'll damage the floor.
Oh, okay, yeah, don't do that.
Don't damage the floor. Thank you to Darabin Community Sports Stadium.
Let's tear this place apart.
See you later, everybody.
Hey guys, is your mic still live? Could you ask for all the Team New Zealand supporters to come here so we can have a photo?
Can I make a special request to all Team NZ supporters? If you are here supporting Team NZ, the team would like to thank you and take a photo with you. So if you're here supporting Team NZ, please head over to the scoreboard and get a little picture.
And bring your signs, those
Bring
amazing
your signs, yeah, please bring